Morning. And I want to welcome everybody here tonight. It's so much fun. We just got through having a great conversation about little collectibles people have had over the years. Sorry that you missed it. We'll go ahead and get started with tonight's Zoom. Let me share my screen. I never know from week to week what I'm going to do. Everybody know that Hanukkah started on the 6th, yes? No? Or
Yes.
does it not matter to anybody? Because Tony's.
Yes.
Isn't Tony the only Jew? No, is Marsha? Are you? Are you Jewish, Marsha?
I'm not a practicing Jew.
Well, he's not a practicing Jew either. Because his mother did everything. Actually, yeah. So actually, if your mother isn't Jewish, nor are you, is that not correct?
That's what they say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they say. So
The mother has to be Jewish for you to be Jewish.
yeah.
If the father is and the woman is not,
You're not Jewish. Yeah, but if the mother is and the father is not, you still are, right?
You're always a Jew.
Yeah.
But the religion
That's
itself.
weird. That's so funny.
I went and changed the Christian religion. I became a Christian.
Yeah.
It's quite a deal. I mean, there's hundreds of sins to commit in the Jewish religion. In the Christian religion, hey, 10.
Listen, you never told me you were a rabbi.
That's a deal.
So listen, Tony's going to tell us a little bit about Hanukkah and the Festival of Lights. We do celebrate Hanukkah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what happened was, to make it short, is they were in the temple and in prayer, and then they only had enough oil for one night, and they prayed, and the oil lasted them 8 days. So then that's what the name of Hanukkah became about.
Mm-hmm.
For 8 days, it was a miracle. They only had enough for one day.
Wow.
And that one day lasts through the grace of God, as they would say, those 8 days until the new oil got to them, and that's why they celebrate Hanukkah, and they do it by the festivals of light. One thing I read today when I was looking at this is it's not celebrated as a religious holiday. It's separate of that. So I found that interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So tonight's agenda, we have our gathering room, we have the healthy games, we have Dorothy's support call, and we're going to do a piece about living in real time, give you something to chew on, and today's success story, and then we're going to talk about our Christmas party over at Rhonda and Bill's. So, anybody feel like Christmas is more commercial than it is actually Christmas spirit? I saw this, and I'm not a Debbie Downer. I don't like to do things that are, but I got to thinking about that, and I want you to spend a lot to prove you love your family. That's the Christmas spirit. And we make gifts for the kids. Tony's bought a pig at the yard sale. We have a little granddaughter whose name's Piggy, or we call her Piggy, and it's because she all the time. Not because she's big or anything. but and then he made them some earrings, and sometimes he does paintings for them. And they make things too. And so we try to make them understand it's not about how much you collect, but how much you give. Mm-hmm. Let me look at these. I never pick mine out till you guys do too. Okay, I'm gonna take the first one. What I consider to matter most to me is my relationship with everybody. That's the most important thing to me. I don't want anything I do to be the reason that somebody else is having a problem. So I work very hard on all my relationships. My relationships matter most to me. Who's next?
Well, the high point of my day today
Okay.
is that I'm able to empty my shed, clean it up, and put everything where I could find it.
Good,
So
good.
many things, and they weren't lost. They were in my shelf. I found a lot of good stuff. So
Looks great out there, Tony. Good job. I saw. Yeah.
that was nice. That was the high point of my day.
Who's next?
I'm going to say what I like most of being on a team of health-minded friends, which my team is my only support that keeps me straight. You know, and when I go through and read all the posts and read all my homework, I say, it matters a lot to me, okay? It really does, because no one around me is health-minded, let me tell you. So I appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome.
It's
And
nice.
I feel the same way.
Yes.
I'll go.
Okay.
Today, the high point of my day today is that I got Connor's first school pictures.
Oh,
Yay!
nice.
Oh my goodness.
and he took a good
Yeah,
one.
he was very good.
Uh-huh.
And initially they lost his picture, so he didn't fit in the outfit anymore when they did the retake, so I was a little upset about that. I actually cried a little bit because I was so looking forward to getting the pictures, but finally, a couple months late, but they're here, and so it'll be nice to be able to give them out for Christmas to people.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember doing that too. See? It's fun watching the young people.
Mhm.
Who's next?
What I consider most to me is hope they have a little heat up there in New York. I will be wearing my sweatpants on the airplane.
He's gonna. What did you say? You're gonna do
I
what?
will be wearing my sweatpants on the airplane.
Oh, so
I'm going to get off the airplane and freeze.
yeah. So Marsh and Dick are going to Colleen and Melissa and their sons for Christmas. They haven't been together in a long time, and that's what matters most to Dick.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very, very nice. Go ahead, Marcia.
Okay. What I like most about being on a team of health-minded friends is that everybody's, we have the same challenge
Yeah.
and they understand, what we're going through. I mean, I haven't been really good this past, I'd say the whole month, okay? I'm really, I went off the rails, so.
Yeah.
But people understand what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel relieved to be able to just unload it sometimes when I do my posts and just say what I did.
Well, I love when you do what you do because the rest of us have the same experience, but we don't talk about it. We make it one short sentence. You describe it. You put it into words for us, okay?
You're definitely not alone.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, you're pretty special there, Marcia.
Oh, thank you.
Dorothy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm first one. What do I consider matters most to me is my family. My mother is 92 and she'll be 93 on the 16th. And of course, you all know Dawn. So those things are real important to me, to do what I can to make life easier for them and take care of them as much as possible. And that's what matters most to me.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah. I liked your post, your picture of you and Joe. That I didn't get to be a friend with you when you were with Joe, and that's what that felt like to me. That I was, being introduced to Joe in a little, in a way. So I really enjoyed that.
He didn't want to take that picture because he had Bell's palsy and it paralyzed the right side of his face, and he couldn't smile real good, and he had to sit in the chair that way, and he didn't want to take it, and he finally agreed, which is, I keep it next to me at this time of the year.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Well, I enjoyed this very much, guys. Thanks so much for sharing. So let's catch up on what's going on here that we need to know. Mary's in first place. We're in second. I contacted Selena, and she's the wife of the man who created the Meltdown Challenge. And she communicates with me. I can write her, and she gives me feedback frequently. And so I took her, gave her last week's little lineup of where we had those 3 people that made us actually 5th or something, but they didn't have, just like we have 2 here where it says 5 and 2 that are actually in 2nd and 3rd place. It's by their own considerations that they say you have to have 10 or more to have a team. So I wrote her and I said that it doesn't matter. I said, because I explained it away. I said, but it does, I think it could be improved if you made the rankings actually count. And she wrote me back, and I told her, I said, it might get some of these people who only have 1 or 2 people to actually get at least 10, or maybe rooms will merge together so they can count. As far as where they're concerned. And she wrote me back and she said she very much liked that input and that she had turned it over to her development team. She couldn't say when it would be implemented, but she thought it was worth implementing. So we'll see how that goes next time. Way Out begins on the 11th. We're here on the 8th, so it's coming up. Flew by. The Way Out deadline is December 15th. Of course, it's over with on the 13th. There's no more, there's not going to be anything in there for you to get points. Then we're back in Huddle Up, and we'll wait for the next one to start. And the official payout date is December 18th. I wanted to point something out to everyone. In the last challenge, there were things at the end that you had to click that made you feel like that if you had not done that you couldn't click that because it wouldn't be honest. And I have noticed in this challenge, they have been very clear that what they want you to get points for is showing up and reading the material.
Okay.
It isn't that you drank all your water. It isn't that you logged all your food. It isn't that you got 7 hours sleep. It isn't that you do any of those things. If you read what it says, I have read the above, click to earn points. That's what this is about, showing up and getting that material. Like Cheryl just said, it's homework. And I know for a fact that redundancy is what's making the changes in me and making them lasting. One challenge wouldn't do it. It's being in. I have to be on there because I'm going to be there for all of you. But there's people who have those options of taking a month off here and there. And if their life gets busy, they can back out of it. And I am so glad that I have been in every challenge. Even if I wasn't a host and a room host, I would still participate in these challenges. And I'm in these challenges, so is Dorothy, Tony, Dick, and Marcia. We are on the same level as you. We just have the room. When I say there is no command in here, there isn't. We're all equal, and we all do the same for each other. I just happen to be the one who gets the room. Starting November 16th to December 13th is going to be a 6 weeks challenge, so you can go up to 6% weight loss. They've made improvements. I think they're trying to make it a little more like the Fitbit or other programs that are out there. The food logs are new. You will now be able to see how many calories you consume by choosing your food or adding in your own food. So you're going to be able to add things in. And as you input this information, they will show 4 types of exercises you can do to burn off those calories. So if I'm reading this correct, I think that if you ate 100 calories, then they probably will tell you walking 2 blocks burns those calories. That's what I'm thinking they're saying. Does it sound like that to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So now exercise logs, choose your exercise, enter the time, and we will log the calorie burn. Add your own exercises as well. So that means you're going to be able to follow the amount of calories that you burn, which we do on our Fitbit. And we all know weight gain and weight loss is calories in, calories out. So when you're able to actually track them, it impacts how you conduct yourself. It impacts your behaviors. The water log, watch your water bottle fill up. So I have that now as I drink my bottles. My water bottle fills up with color. So now that's what it sounds like to me there too. Your sleep log, interactive shopping list. You're going to be able to make a shopping list on here. That's pretty cool. I like that. And then if someone is viewing one of the recipes, they can click on the ingredients they need and it adds it to their shopping list. How cool is that?
Oh, that's cool.
They're getting serious.
Yeah.
They're learning, and you know what? We are the ones who have made it possible for them to learn and provide all this for us. Motivation bursts. We have developed a way for a challenge in real time to reach out to you via email. So I don't know what that means. That means that if somebody's sitting around, they wanted to talk to me or Dorothy or Marcia, that you'd be able to do it in some convenient way. We have increased, this is MDC, they have increased the service by 50 cents. This covers the increased costs in research and development, credit card processing, and other incidentals. In reality, we never should have to pay because that's the kind of team we are. But when we do, it's okay because for the most part, we are getting our money back every month and a little more. I have no problem with them assessing another 50 cents. We've had a year and a half at this, and they have not changed the price at all. So I don't know how other people feel. How do you feel about it? Somebody speak up. Let's see if anyone has a problem.
I'm fine with it. It feels like it's worth it.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any issues with it.
Okay. And so we are in the room now, and if you want to get in the room, and I think we'll watch and see if there's any kind of specials to get in, incentives to get in. And as soon as I know that, you have to act on it really quick. So Colleen, I would tell you to let your mother, if you're busy and we find out there's $5 off or something, let her go ahead and get you signed up if you intend to be in January. And that way you won't have to worry about it. And we can do that the same for everybody because they go really fast once that coupon's put out there and there's always only one. But we can handle that. Any questions? Oh, and we're in the week of Fitbit. We're in the week of Fitbit. That's why I have that on there. There will be Fitbits given out this week for getting all your points. And they're talking about this week, not all your points from beginning to end.
No.
It's getting all your points this week.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah. So Dorothy, she had a great idea and I love it. Go ahead, Dorothy.
Well, I was looking through the dining out guide and the healthy celebration guide, and something very interesting. I know this might not apply to everybody, but they've got some interesting stuff about drinking when you are on the 5 and 1 is in the dining out. Okay, and I'm going to read to you what it says about alcohol. MetaFast does not recommend the use of alcohol for people following the 5 and 1 plan, especially if you have diabetes. Not only does alcohol add empty calories, it promotes dehydration and can decrease inhibitions, lessening one's resistance to temptations. Further, alcohol's effects on those following a reduced calorie meal plan may be felt more rapidly and may increase the possibility of related side effects. That said, the choice to drink an alcoholic beverage is up to each individual. So if you choose to imbibe, choose wisely. Select plain liquors with 0-calorie mixers or chasers, vodka or clear rum and diet soda, gin and soda, water or diet tonics, and etc. Avoid those fancy drinks, margaritas, daiquiris, pina coladas with loads of calories. Drink a glass of water in between each adult beverage you consume to slow you down and fill you up. Never skip a MetaFast meal or portion of the lean and green meal to allow yourself extra alcohol calories. Remember that 1.5 ounces of clear distilled alcohol has about 100 calories, but contains no carbohydrates, which makes it a better choice than wine or beer for the 5 and 1 plan. But while it is the best choice for alcohol consumption, abstaining is a better choice for overall health, not to mention weight loss. Alcohol should accompany a meal, especially for persons with diabetes who could suffer hypoglycemia episodes as a result of reduced calorie diet and some medications for diabetes. Keep in mind that while the body is in the fat burning state, the liver is working hard to process and metabolize excess fat stores. When the alcohol is consumed, the liver metabolizes it first instead, increasing the strain on your hard-working organ. Your liver may become less efficient during your weight loss journey, and your goals may be delayed. Adjust meal choices when selecting higher carbohydrate beverages like light beer or wine. Choose lower carb meals like MetaFast eggs, orange blend, caramel crunch bar, fruit and nut crunch bar, and chicken noodle soup. Choose from the lower carb veggies and stay away from higher carb meatless options. Eliminate all other optional condiments, snacks, and infusers. Now that's all in the dining out guide, but there is also more information in the healthy celebration guide. And to get to these guides, you would go into either Connie's or my website, and then you would go to tools and support, and Connie's showing you where, tools and support, and then on the left-hand side there where it says program guides, and then you would page down, and like right there is your dining out guide, and you would click on that guide, and you can print that guide or you can read it, whichever you would want to do. And lower down would be the other one. Also, when this comes up, at the very top, I don't know how many of you got the Stop Challenge and Choose book of Dr. Anderson's, but if you are interested in it, you would also get it at this spot. All you do is just click on it. Can you go back to that, Connie?
I am.
Thank you.
Okay. I rushed by it, didn't I? Programs
The
guides. And
program-
there, right here.
Right there, if you wanted to get, and it's a very good book. It's Dr. Anderson's Stop Challenge and Choose. It's really something that you can really use as a reference, and it's very supportive for you.
It's a new ebook. It's a different, Dorothy, I didn't even realize this was out, so I thank you very much for pointing that out even to me. I was thinking it was the old ebook, but I kept seeing Stop Challenge Choose. That's not what the old ebook was called.
That's what I thought.
If you guys haven't seen the technology they've used to actually communicate with you, Dr. Anderson's the kind of person that he talks to he doesn't have separate ways into the halls and stuff. He's walking right down the middle of the hall and he's talking to everybody as he's coming through. We all know he's headed somewhere, so nobody really ever stops him. But when he's making these things and making them available to anybody for free, it's not being made to just people who are using Take Shape for Life. His mission is to get America healthy, and the reason he's doing all of this is exactly for you. And when he's talking to you through these ebooks that he's making, he really is talking to you. Wouldn't you say that, Dorothy?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So now I don't have these happy celebration guides because they're new, but I do have plenty dining out guides. So I will have those at Rhonda's party next Monday. So anyone that would like one, I have them. I've handed them out in the past, and I think they're really good for when you go out to eat and you're looking at that particular restaurant and they can tell you what's 5-in-1 compliant. Even if you're not using the MetaFast product, you could still use their dining out guide because you're ordering in a restaurant, you're not ordering from our prepackaged food. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead, Marsh.
I have handed them out to people who show an interest, and I said that, let me give you this little gift that even if you choose not to do the 5-in-1 or whatever, this will help you when you go out to eat. And I always tell them also And the one thing that I think I've gotten out of Take Shape is to eat your 5 to 6 meals a day. That is one of the most vital things in the world of his whole program.
I
I
agree.
think is
I agree
yeah.
completely.
Connie, can we
Oops.
still put this? Can we still put this link on the Huddle Up for both of these?
We can. Absolutely.
But it would be nice if you would learn how to go in here, and because there's so much stuff available that is helpful.
Right.
So learn how to get into the website.
Yeah, navigate our websites. I mean, when I first, I didn't use it when I was a client, only a client. I'm always a client. But when I become a coach and I wanted to see what was on the webpage that they provided for me, I was really sorry I had not made use of that. So I can't really stand in judgment of somebody else that's not using it, but Dorothy is absolutely right. It's a gold mine of information there. And it's all put out there for you for free. People who are experts at what they do prepare this information for you. And it's not because of the money they're making. It's because of their primary goal is to get America healthy. So it's good stuff. And yeah, I would encourage you to use it. That's for sure. I have stopped doing the essential oils until Dawn comes back, because basically any information I'm giving you, you could go online and get it yourself. It's Dawn that adds the spice to this.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, and I can't speak. Yes, Dorothy?
Dawn said to be sure and tell everybody hi and have a Merry Christmas. She couldn't get on tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Couldn't make the connection.
Thank you, Dorothy. Lisa did the same thing. She is had an appointment that ran over and she couldn't get back in time. She is on the road now heading home, but she said, tell everybody she'll be there next week. So I have prepared a piece on real time. Have you heard things referred to that coming to you in real time? Yeah. Okay. So, that has a significant meaning in terms of our lives in general. And real time is a science and a computer term. And the reason I like it is because it describes how to live. We are much more effective when we live in the present moment in real time, rather than allowing our past fears or our future worries to control our behavior. Living in real time requires us to be intensely focused, to live each moment as a special part of our existence. If you could reclaim all of the minutes that you have wasted and really just for whatever reason not used them, I think that we'd all want those back. And I think it is something that we do, but I think it's done mindlessly. It's not done with intent. That's why being focused matters so much. The concept of real time also encourages us to realize that there is a limited time. How easy is it to just dismiss that we're not here forever? And the young die before the old, the sick die before the well. So there are no guarantees. And understanding that every moment you have is very special, and using it the way you truly want to use it, I think is the message that is being made here. That there is only so much time to accomplish our goals, and it is important that we spend that time and effort on things that really matter to us. Too often we spend our time trying to please others, or on an activity that has very little value. Can't do that when you have kids. I thought of Colleen today when I wrote that. When we know what we really want out of life and we are effective in our approach, that's when we give ourselves the best chance of reaching our goal. This is the essence of conscious living. Unfortunately, most of us live in an unconscious state where we go from problem to problem, or we go from situation to situation without ever asking ourselves, what is really important to me? We become misdirected, and it may take a tragedy or a serious illness to shake us up and shake us out of our unconscious automatic way of reacting to the world. And I know I'm guilty of that because I'll react and then I'll have to figure out what it is I have to do. And I probably should figure out what it is I have to do and then react. So, what's important to you? What do you want in your relationship with your spouse, your children, your family, your friends? What do you want at work? What do you want for your finances? And what do you want for your health? I know we're all answering what do we want for our health. It's the thing we all have in common. But these are all good questions that you probably should have answers to and be working towards. Does your behavior help you reach your goals, or does it push you further from them? These are major questions to ask yourself every day. What do you want? Is my behavior getting me what I want? Living life without regrets will give us the energy to look forward rather than be burdened by our past. Too often we say things like, where did the time go? How did the children grow up so fast? I can't believe I let the opportunities slip away. Looking backwards is a waste of time because you cannot ever do anything about it. Real-time living involves taking responsibility for our actions, being focused on our goals, being present and aware of our actions with others, and utilizing our time on things that matter. Anything less is living in the realm of the unconscious. This is a life lesson from Daniel Amen, and if you don't know who he has several books, and they're really worth reading. He's a great author, and he's an awesome man. Other people know about Daniel Amen?
No.
Yeah. So I've decided to take our success stories from the challenge wall. This came off of the challenge wall today. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Look at them in 2014. She got her little sassy haircut going on there, all posed, and he's all stretched out there. Looks like he did it September, October, November, December, January. So he did it in like 8 months, and she's looking really good there on the right-hand side, huh?
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Are y'all looking at the pictures on the challenge
Oh, yeah.
wall that people are posting? If
Mhm.
anyone needs me to post them for you, Cheryl, I got yours covered, honey. Just let me know and I'll take care of that for you. I love this story. It's sisters, and look at them. How cool was that?
Yeah.
That was one. They go on vacation every year together. I just love that.
That's great.
Yes, you can. And now, summing up everything, the holidays are here, and we're invited to potluck at Rhonda and Bill's on the 14th. It's at 5 o'clock. We're doing a little re-gift exchange. We'll have some extra ones there if you don't have anything. And Zoom, we're going to Zoom. I'm going to take my computer and put Zoom up. So anybody that's not here can visit us on Zoom for a little while there at the party. So when 5 o'clock happens, you'll be able to come in and join us. You can't eat, but you can talk to us.
Maybe I should Zoom.
Pick me up at the airport, please.
We'll be there.
Yeah, I hope you guys come on the Zoom and talk to us. That would be really cool. Cheryl and Jerry, we have your name at the gate. And so far we have 15 confirmed. And it should be cool. Let's stop this share. And go back to seeing each other. And I hope you enjoyed that.
I did. I'm looking forward to the, but I'll be late because I've got to work. And I don't I don't even get out of there until 5.
Yeah.
And then I have to deliver the mail.
And I'll pick up Dick.
Okay.
I'll pick up Dick. Yeah. Okay, guys, I thank you very much for coming. And I will send you directions, Cheryl. I haven't forgot that. So you'll know how to get here.
Very good. Very good.
Everybody.
Okay, good night. Good night.
Good night.
Have a good night.